Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of my art journey. Sorry I couldn't be here on Tuesday. That was not my intention. But as I said before, I'm gonna stick to my schedule that I created for myself as at least as much as possible. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 2 p.m. If I can't make it at 2 p.m., more than likely I'm gonna try and upload the video anyway. It would just be a bit later, but 2 p.m. on those 3 days are still my go-to schedule. So where we last left off, I was drawing faces. I was somewhat satisfied with what I drew. I didn't really like how anime-ish my eyes started to come out when I was drawing them on those faces. I wanted to stick to a slightly more realistic approach instead of the exaggerated, overly beautified faces that you see in a lot of those Japanese shows. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that a bit off screen. I don't need to show absolutely everything I do on video, just the important stuff. This video I'm working on drawing bodies. Now obviously this isn't my first time actually drawing, the human figure on video before. I've done it before, but it wasn't really through proper methods. It was just me just kind of freeballing it, I guess. This video, I wanted to take a different approach. I just so happened to stumble across this website. It's called Line of Action, and I'm going to show it on screen for a bit. Yeah, Line of Action, it's a website that basically allows you to practice drawing everything from hands to feet to just overall figure to animals, like allowing you to practice those things. I don't know how I came across this website. I don't remember how, at least. I think it was off of a video that I saw, or maybe it was an ad. It could have been an ad. I don't even remember. Yeah, I know that sounds very stupid. I don't remember how I came across this website, but I did, and I checked it out for a bit, and I actually really liked it. I really liked, the extensive portfolio of models modeling for the artwork that I could use as reference when learning how to draw figures better, because obviously I'm very much at the beginner stage dealing with body proportions and whatnot, like making limbs too long, too short, muscles being kind of deformed, etc., etc. That if the human head was already a struggle for me, then drawing the full body along with the head was going to be tough. So this video is me basically following along with the recommended tutorial or practice methods that the website gave. That includes drawing lines of action. Which, by the way, side note, I couldn't find a way to put the image on screen and draw on top of it. I don't know if that's something that's even possible with the art program that I downloaded on my computer, or if I'm just such an amateur at editing or whatever, or like handling software that I don't even know how to make that happen. So in this video, what you're gonna see is me looking at a second screen. I have a monitor to my right. I'm gonna be looking at that, and I'm gonna try and draw to the best of my ability what I see as if I was drawing on top of it, if that makes any sense. This video is mainly going to be me drawing lines of action, drawing little circles where the joints would be, drawing where the rib cage would be, where the waistline would be. I'm not drawing any excess details. Like even though I spent all last video learning how to draw faces, I'm not going to add a face to these drawings. It's just going to be the body itself. Once I get to a certain point where I'm comfortable drawing the bodies, then I'll put everything together. Of course, I'm gonna have to make separate videos for learning how to draw hands and feet, by the way, or maybe just limbs in general. Honestly, this is the deeper I go into this, the more I realize, the more areas of improvement I see, the more areas that need improvement I see. Like drawing this, I realized, man, drawing hands is so I don't even know where to begin. My hands will look like something straight out of a Cartoon Network, which isn't bad, but it's not what I want. Same thing with feet. I was like, oh man, I just realized drawing feet is tough. I had to even learn how to draw hair. Like, yeah, this is tough. But yeah, this video, I'm gonna, it's a lot of footage. I'm gonna chop it up as much as possible so that way, because I'm following along with the program, but I'm not sure how to show it on screen yet. My editing is gonna get better over time. Don't worry. By the time I get to episode 20, my editing should have improved greatly as I learn more about what my editing software can do. But as of right now, I don't know how to really show you what I'm looking at on screen and what I'm drawing at the same time. I don't know how to do that yet. So you'll just have to bear with me here as you see me just scribble a bunch of lines on a white background. Once again, I'll do my best to make it look visually entertaining. The end results, maybe I'm just a bit too much of a stickler, but I'm not super proud of what the end result is. But you know, that's what practice is for. That's what practice is for. Like, that's why I'm not too hung up over what I'm showing on video, because I know that as long as I continue to practice even off camera, as long as I continue to practice even off camera, even if I move on to a different section, simply me drawing these same things over and over and over and over again will inevitably lead to improvement. As long as I already have the base knowledge or the base expertise, once I get to the point where experience is all I need, then I can just, go on from that. Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, this video is not scripted. I'm just trying to think of everything I need to say, because I want to keep this audio, I want to keep the dialogue you're hearing under 10 minutes, and I think I'm about 7-ish minutes in. What else do I need to say? Yeah, lines of action. I'm drawing lines of action. I move on to drawing like the little skeletal, like the stick figure, like skeletal part of the body to show where the limbs are, where the circles, where the joints are, the rib cage, waist, shoulders ish. I think towards the end I do try and draw the full body on top. Obviously, the length of the limbs don't match. The hands and feet are basically just blobs because I didn't want to go into detail about those. That had to be a future video. I think from now on, I'm not gonna say exactly what the next video will be about. I'm just going to say in a future video I will dedicate an entire one just learning how to draw hands and feet. Probably hands in one video and feet in another video. But yeah, this is episode 11. I apologize now and in the future if my schedule gets a bit wonky. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is what I'm trying to stick with. But if I end up missing a day or if a video comes out late, I apologize for that. But things happen. It is what it is. As the ancient Mayans once said, it is what it is. Yep, episode 11. My name is Gray, and I am out.